SP Convo. SP Convo. Let's do it. Yeah. Back on the scene. Back on the scene. Yeah. Yeah. Crime getting out of hand, man. You gotta get your shit together out there. Goddamn monkeys. Pure chimping out there. Monkeys. I ain't holding back on this one. Got my hat to the back. I ain't holding back. Shootings, shootings, shootings. What y'all think this government gonna do? What y'all think America gonna do with y'all? They gonna put y'all 45,000 square feet under the prison. That's it. I'll put y'all niggas under the prison. Excuse my N word. I'm perturbed. I'm perturbed. Let's get straight into this, man. Fair use. So much things going on. So much things going on. The young boys gotta stop. Somebody went in somebody's apartment and unalive somebody's child in their house. It's gotta stop. This GTA gotta stop. This virtual reality gotta stop. It gotta end. And these white people that's in power going definitely make sure it's a done deal. The single moms out there, better hold on to your kids and stop blaming it on the system and stop claiming that it's mental. No good females. All you do is lay on your back, take it in, both ends, and have a smile after, and don't want to get interrupted while you laying on your back. Kids knocking on the door, you getting upset. I gotta get mine. Worrying about your baby father. He's definitely doing him. Don't care about that. Let's get to the shit.
Year-old boy wants some answers tonight after he was shot and killed inside a Bronx apartment. We have now learned from NYPD investigators no longer believe that this shooting was an accident. They believe it stemmed from a verbal dispute.
Allie Bauman in Kingsbridge Heights with more. Allie?
Jess and Christine, police sources tell us at this hour the NYPD is actively searching for a person of interest in this shooting. The NYPD's crime scene unit spent Thursday documenting the building on Claflin Avenue by West 197th Street, where the night before, 15-year-old Riley Billings Leah was found dead.
That's my only grandchild. My only grandchild.
His grandmother tells us she learned what happened when two of her grandson's friends showed up at her doorstep Wednesday night.
I called 911. It seems that I'm the only one who called. Nobody at the scene called the cops. I can't understand that. Maybe they could have saved them if somebody else would have called.
According to police sources, a witness on scene told officers that there were several people inside the apartment when 15-year-old Riley was shot in the head, the bullet ricocheting and grazing a 13-year-old boy as well.
You obviously pointed it at him. For what? So that's why I say if it was an accident, the person should come forward and explain that.
A neighbor on scene told us she's seen the victim hanging out with the boy who lives at the apartment where he died.
But there was a very respectful kid, you know? Because even he helped me a few times that I come with a supermarket and he helped me with a bag and everything.
A trait Riley's grandmother now hopes he will be remembered for.
I want to say he would have been respectful. I always told him to be respectful out there in the streets. Have your fun, but remember you have a grandmother too, so be respectful to others. So I hope that's what he followed when he was out there.
And authorities say that 13-year-old victim is being treated for his injuries at the hospital and is expected to survive. And police sources tell us that no gun was found at the scene in the Kingsbridge.
I don't know who killed that boy, but seems like they're gonna check on that. They're gonna have to check on that 13-year-old and question him heavy. They're gonna have to question him heavy. Definitely gonna have to question him heavy. Hmm. Definitely gonna have to question him heavy. Can you imagine? Now she's a grandma, so she ain't have no man in her house. Her body old. She had her life already. She had her life already. That's just what it is. No lying. But that young boy got shot in the head. They better check that 13-year-old, because that 13-year-old know. That 13-year-old knows, man. Enough of this. All them young boys better start looking for employment, looking for some jobs. Because out there in them streets, you got your hand on them G's. You squeeze those G's, you flick them G's. You accidentally hit a cop, it's all over for you. And I ain't lying. It's been going back for 13 years. They sending 12, 13-year-olds triple life sentences, putting you away. And it's only gonna get worse with these flock cameras. For your people that like to flock. That's what flock cameras for. For all y'all YNs that like to flock, they got flock cameras for that ass. That's what they gonna do. They gonna check on y'all and follow y'all all the way back to where your honeycomb hideout is at. Best to believe that. This young boy Lindsay got resentenced. He ain't never coming out. He shot a cop. But look at his demeanor, whether it was years ago or present. Just look at his demeanor. Let's say it was years ago. Even better. Even better from them. Even better for the Lords to pick how non-remorseful and non-concerned certain young youths are after they commit crimes. Don't take my word for it. Watch it. People got some nerves out here in this country, man. Single moms out here being fools. I know it's hard, but they gotta do better. No excuses. It's 2026. Information is out there.
Lindsay received his first life sentence last year. But then the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that it was unconstitutional to put a juvenile in prison for life without parole without a hearing.
It is also tragic.
The convicted cop killer's former neighbor reacted to the judges handing down a second life sentence. But Nicholas Lindsay showed little interest in the hearing.
There's no indication that this type of violent behavior will stop.
A U.S. Supreme Court ruling forced Judge Thane Covert to reconsider the original punishment of life in prison with no chance of parole.
What the court decided was that juveniles, people under the age of 18 that commit a crime, don't have the same mental capacity to think like adults. Therefore, they should be treated differently.
Defense attorney Joe Episcopo says now minors convicted of first-degree murder are entitled to a hearing. Criminal history and odds of rehabilitation must be considered before life without parole is imposed.
The court has significant doubts about the defendant's potential for rehabilitation.
In a 27-page order, the judge cited aggravating circumstances, including an escalating criminal history, before he sentenced Lindsay to that second term with no chance of parole. His mom said little when it was over.
It's what the judge ordered, so that's what it is. It is what it is.
But Lindsay actually grinned when the judge read his ruling, the lack of remorse not lost on David Crawford's daughter, Amanda.
Justice was served, and I'm glad it's over, and it just kind of proves to me that he's an animal as he sat there smiling.
Lindsay's attorneys can appeal, and that appeal will either be heard by an appellate court here in Florida, or it could go straight to the Supreme Court. Linda?
Where these moms at, man? Where these moms at? I ain't worried about the fathers. The fathers, you know how men do. They here and there, here and there. So I don't know if you heard me say it, but I think my audio cut out. I was saying these young boys out here, they see a lot of men coming in and out of their mama's house. But like Jadakiss said, just in case you may see a man coming in and out of their mama house, there's no way they could say their mama had a baby coming out of her mouth. You see how most these men are? See how most these women are? They don't want to pay no attention to their kids. They let their kids do whatever. They don't want society to, baby them. Nah, don't go like that. Bunch of monkeys. I was just one kid the other day on the train said, "Yo, call me Tail Man, 'cause I'm chimping." I said, "What?" Call him Tail Man, 'cause he's chimping. The nerve. And people get mad when Argentina came to the World Cup and looked at black people and called them monkeys. A lot of people act like monkeys. Shit. A lot of people act like monkeys. Point blank. This right here. Another shooting, New York City. Another shooting in New York City. Near a kid's playground, near a community center. But let me go back just in case. I think my audio had problems. So let me run it back real quick. Recent shootings. Recent shootings in New York City. New York City has seen a sharp drop in overall gun violence in 2026, with the fewest murders and shooting victims on record for the first 7 months of the year, down 22.8% in murders and 5.5% in shooting victims compared to 2025. However, there have been notable high profile and violent incidents this year. The major recent shooting last year, August 17, 2025, at the Taste of City Lounge in Crown Heights, up to four shooters opened fire after a dispute, killing three people and wounding nine. The victims ranged from 19 to 61 years old. Police believe the attack was gang related. But that's the thing, since when 19-year-olds intermingle with 61-year-olds? Men of different ages used to rock with their own peer group. What kind of society we living in, man? Where we at? Are we living? Midtown Manhattan mass shooting, July 28th, 2025. A gunman, Shane Tamura, armed with an AR-15 rifle, killed four people, including a police officer, and injured another at 345 Park Ave before taking his own life. This was the deadliest shooting in New York City since the 2000 Wendy's massacre. Understand? So last year was firecracker, firecracker, boom, boom, boom. This year calmed down a little bit. So they say. You know what I'm saying? So they say. Word. So they say. Let me get into this right here though. So you got all these single moms out here. All these women of color can't keep a man. For whatever the reason they can't keep a man. I think in reality, most women don't want to be bothered. They just want to blame a man when shit don't go their way. They want society to point the finger at them. Then you have men out there that know these females are no good and they still deal with them anyway. Come on, man. Y'all men out there gotta, you know, handle your business. Stop being a parasite and a leech. Word. Because y'all the reason why most of these young boys is not looking for employment and they're looking for a jail sentence. Y'all the reason why most of these young boys is not looking for employment and they're looking for a jail sentence. Because there's no way, as old as these guys are out here, the ones that still out here working, there's no way there's nobody reaching out to the young people. It have to be some tutoring and some mentoring out here. It have to be. Everybody can't aspire to be called tail man because they chimping. Check this one out right here, man. Check this. Near babies, little kids. People don't care because it's kids that's shooting other kids 3 or 4 years older than the kids that's in daycare services or in summer camp programs. So the average kid is 12 or 13. There's somebody 15, 16, 17 shooting everywhere. So that's what it is.
Hill houses and nearby a Bronx Children's Center after the unmistakable sounds of gunfire this morning.
It was like pa 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 pa. It kept on.
Police say those shots were fired around 11:30, hitting a 20-year-old man. Tonight, paramedics say he's recovering in the hospital, but parents fear it could have been worse.
Early sunlight, people's hanging out. Bullets don't have a name when they start going off.
Jeanette Salcedo is the engagement coordinator for the Castle Hill Office of Neighborhood Safety. She says more than a dozen kids were inside the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club, just feet from where the shots rung out.
My brain is still not completely understanding what happened.
For Salcedo, it's all unsettling. Shooting incidents are trending down in the neighborhood over the past year, according to NYPD data, plummeting more than 66% in the last 28 days.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, a little unnerving, but hopefully we could get it settled down before anything else happens.
Detectives are searching for two men wearing masks, last seen driving away on a lime green scooter.
See that?
In the Castle Hill section of the Bronx. Mike Lamort, News.
See that? Come on, man. That's just what it is. Just gotta do better, people. Gotta do better. What's going on? So yeah, that's what I want to speak on. Young boys out there, get a job, man. Society ain't playing with y'all. See that young boy Lindsay? He's out of here. That's gonna be everybody else's future. You continue to play around like that. You continue to play around like that. It's gonna be over for y'all. And don't aspire to be like that kid on the train said, call him tail man because he's chimping. Don't aspire to be a chimp, a monkey, a gorilla. Aspire to be something that you could look back and say, damn, I'm glad I made this choice for myself. I'm out.